probably thought Ethereum is safe, but it's about to collapse further. In this video, guys, we're going to look at what's going on in Ethereum and Bitcoin, as well as what's happening in the US dollar, because it's all shaping up for something potentially horrible in the shorter term, but for potential massive gainage in the future. So this is an essential viewing for anyone who is holding Ethereum. This is a 15-minute chart for Ethereum. And what we've seen in the shorter term today is this little rally. It probably feels like this rally right now is nothing significant because we've only gone from like $1,240 to $1,250. But what we're now doing is we're running into previous support here, and that's forming resistance. If we jump out to the 4-hour, these areas are going to be a bit more significant for us. We're still waiting to break down properly from this rising wedge, which has a target down here at $1,080. We are now seeing this push down. We're starting to turn resistance. It wouldn't surprise me if we're not going to break through this area soon, but we could need some sort of disastrous sounding news. So how about what's about to happen tomorrow when the US are about to talk about their interest rates, their inflation, etc. If interest rates continue to rise, we're going to see a further drop from crypto. It wouldn't surprise me if we hear tomorrow that the interest rate hikes are going to continue for perhaps further than already anticipated. If we jump across to Bitcoin, then something else is showing me that we are ready for a drop as well. We have been sticking into this rising wedge, and that's what's stopping Ethereum from plummeting towards the downside. Right now, we're starting to push back up into this area. And much like Ethereum, we're probably going to be retesting this high here, and then we're going to see a further drop. That's going to see Bitcoin falling to at least the previous bottom down here, which is like 8%. And we are going to see potential further dumpage than that. And because if we look at the US dollar, something interesting is playing out. Now you can see what happens when you get out of these rising wedges and break towards the downside, and that's what we're anticipating for crypto. But what we can see right now is a nice order block for the DXY. DXY has already bounced in this area once. We would anticipate maybe a further push up. If we see this push up like this, then you're going to see crypto taking a dump. And I know what you're thinking. You probably think that that's a terrible thing, but actually it's not, guys. When you get the bottom of a market, we need to see some sort of a sell-off like this. This was not the bottom of the market. You can see that it's pretty kind of like nicely rounded. We didn't have any aggressive spikes towards the downside. Therefore, the big money, etc., weren't able to get in and buy up the market. This is a bear flag. We're going to see a push down into this area. I think potentially you could see a drop into this area for Bitcoin. The reason I think that, if we're going back in time, before we got into this big rally, we had this kind of consolidation area. It wouldn't surprise me if this area through here was our accumulation zone. That starts around $9,500, comes up to $12,000. So in my opinion, it might be worth having yourself a couple of long positions in there. And as long as they're not over leveraged, you then have the potential to buy into Bitcoin. Because if it does shovel down like that, guys, so it's going to do something like this. It's going to get bought up very quickly because a lot of buy orders will sit down there. And then that's when we start moving up, and we will be challenging or putting back our way into a new bull market. You can see we are very close to the bottom in terms of where we are right this second, but a further push down is really what's required. What that really means for Ethereum, if we're looking at a daily chart, is perhaps something similar. We would maybe come down towards this blue line, which is where we did dip to back in June, and that would then see us returning and continuing on our way back. Now you can see there's previous lines of resistance which we would anticipate bumping into. This is not something that's going to come around anytime quickly, but I feel the sooner we get on with it, the sooner we take that punishing move towards the downside, then the more likely we are going to be lining up for a bull market to come. We're going to continue to see negative news about cryptocurrency, and that's anticipated at the bottom of a crypto market because that is what drives the price lower to a price point where the big money will like to buy at. They don't want to buy at this price point because they can knock 20-30% off the price. And if you're buying billions of dollars worth of something, 20 or 30% is a significant amount of money. However, for you back home, 20 or 30% moves if you're not using particularly large sums of money and you're trading on spot, then in my opinion, it's not a bad time to buy, but that's not financial advice. I'm just saying that if you're buying $1,000 worth right now and it falls by 20%, then maybe you will miss out on $200 worth of that particular token, but that's fine because you can maybe buy some more and then over the long term, we will be coming back at some point to all-time highs. No matter how dramatic, no matter how sad and how scary that news seems, I promise you, it's there for a reason, and it's designed to shake out the weaker hands. And right now, people are being quite strong with regards to the markets, so it's going to take something drastic to shake them out further. FTX obviously did a little bit, but we're about to see potentially even more catastrophe arriving in the crypto markets. Now, if you want to go and place limited orders where you can get in at a particular price, for example, $875 per Ethereum, then go to the link down below. The reason I'm recommending Fairdesk, guys, is you can earn up to a $600 bonus on your deposit. You can do things like copy trading, where you can copy other people who are already experienced traders in order to benefit from them when they're not only buying the market but shorting the market towards the downside. There's still a $600 giveaway going on for the World Cup right now, so do not miss out on that opportunity. Tons of different cryptos are available at super low prices. I'm telling you about some incredible altcoin picks which I have as being potential 50 to 100x's moving into the next crypto market. If you want to find out what those are, guys, get into my free Telegram group, which is linked down below in the description. If you enjoyed that video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe to be kept up to date with all the latest happening in crypto. Guys, I'll see you in the next one.